Live.
We live, baby, yeah.
Yeah.
You are now tuned into the Most High. Cloudy he is, true renegade. We are the real Shy Guys. Thank y'all for being here. You could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with us. So without further ado, let's get a little spicy. Maybe keep it a buck, you know?
Yo. So, real quick update. We had to miss last week because all my equipment was basically on lockdown for a couple days. Couldn't get the stream popping, so here we are. We're here.
Bro had to get his place fumigated.
Termites, man, you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, tis life.
Tis life. Tis one of the mild inconveniences of adulthood.
Yeah, but it's all good. We still kind of threw some things at you on YouTube. If you guys want to follow us at the Real Shy Guys on YouTube,
Very
bunch
true.
of gameplays.
That's the thing is
break.
like, even if we're not live, we have content everywhere right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I made it a goal to like always have content somewhere, like on a weekly basis. Even if we're not live, we have content in the back that we could just throw at you guys,
Man.
and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Like I know it's gonna. I mean, it's hard to be consistent at sometimes, you know, because we're still living our real lives. This isn't like a full-time thing, you know, so
Facts.
people gotta bear
we both
with us.
have jobs.
Understand. Yeah, man, we got lives too. Damn, we're not just here trying to entertain y'all.
Yeah. Speaking of lives and shit, is you know, we're trying to slowly figure things out, slowly work towards making everything a bit more streamlined. You know, Jesse's, if he moves, if he comes down, you know, a lot of things will be easier in the future. Maybe is a possibility.
Yeah. It's pretty much confirmed that I'm going down there.
I hate to put what's that saying though? Count your eggs before they're hatched, or whatever the case is, or whatever. Or
that was count your chickens.
Whatever the case. Count your eggs before they lay them, or you know, lead the horse to water, or whatever one of those.
Yeah, I ain't drinking that shit.
Nah. But basically, it's like, you know, the plan could happen a little sooner than we expected, just on the tip of it being something more casual here before we leave the state, which would be cool.
Yeah, for those who haven't been watching our last episodes, first of all, shame on you.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Second
you don't get the courtesy of getting filled in. You know, recap on me stuff.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, man, I plan on moving back to Florida. I plan on being closer to family. I plan on being closer to Felix, and hopefully the goal is to blast even more content, more podcasts, more gameplay, more fun for everybody, you know?
Yeah, and the thing is like, ideally, whether he comes down and we're actually already living together or not, we'll still be close as shit, so a lot of stuff will just be easier, period.
Yeah, dog, you guys are gonna see us in one place.
That'll be cool. That'll be really cool. Y'all think the chemistry is wild already?
Nah, we about to get stupid.
Yeah, this shit's gonna be a blast, bro.
Yeah, and like our limits in video games are gonna be through the roof. Like,
oh yeah,
like we're not just gonna be stuck on Dauntless, Rocket League, Spellbreak. We're gonna be playing everything.
We're gonna be able to get a little bit of everything. Facts.
Yeah, that's just gonna be dope. And I finally get to play Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, yo, that's gonna be sick. The thing is, I want to play a little bit of that shit too, but there's just so much stuff. Like, I know I recently beat Horizon as a campaign game, but I just feel like there's so many games right now I want to play still.
Nah, for sure you're gonna borrow my God of War though.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Like, that's gonna be a thing. Like, you got
100%. Like, especially because you know, segue, like that recent Sony event with the God of War mentions and stuff like that. Like, I really want to play this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's so good.
And we're gonna kind of jump around topic wise today, because there was some updates with Sony and PS5. There was also updates with the whole Tory Lane's debacle.
Oh God,
I want to call that shit just like the hardest fumble ever. Fumbled into a truck. And I don't know. I kind of just want to get the Tory stuff out the way. I don't think like I know we had something probably put to the side for us to watch real quick, but like ultimately, if we want to sum it up, he dropped an album.
Yeah, Daystar.
And Daystar.
We both listened to the first track because apparently that's the one that was popping and that got all the people talking with the Meg situation. And
that was supposed to be the answers. That track was supposed to give us the answers. And what that track showed me is that, man, I feel like this guy's priorities are just like, you know, like,
I mean, he's saying something else, right? He's saying that if he did shoot her, you would have definitely told the cops, I still love you type shit. And it's like, you guys are messing with my money, da 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 da. Yeah. It's just like, whose side is it then? You're not claiming anything?
Yeah, the thing is, there's zero accountability on his end, bro. Like, I feel like in the slightest, you could at least... But that's the thing, right? If he admits that he had the gun or shot the gun, that's an instant crucifixion as well. But
absolutely,
like there's just zero accountability, I feel like, in that track, period. And like I didn't even want to track. I literally just was like, yo, you're someone who was so popping on your Instagram live. I literally just wanted him to go on his Instagram live and
yeah, like where's your quarantine radio? Like keep it a buck. Keep it a buck.
Yeah, like...
And like, because she's not going to press charges. She already announced what happened, and it's not going to court, you know? Like, well, at least I don't think it is.
No, he's out on bail, right? Because he was saying that he paid $3,500 for bail. He still got 35,000 sales. There's some bullshit entendre he tried to do. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about your sales. I don't give a fuck about... Like, I don't care about none of that shit, bro. I care about what happened, and if you're the reason that this young lady her life was basically in danger or not. And if you weren't, then somebody's lying. And if she's lying, I think duly she needs to take accountability. But the thing is like, we're not getting any word from anyone official. Right now, it's he say, she say, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, if Tory's smart, he would keep it that way, you know, because like if the solid truth came out and it was like 100% confirmed, I mean, it's like pretty much 98% confirmed at this point, but like if there was like actual footage of it happening or like, you know, fingerprints on the gun or
I feel like he's already been kind of disowned by most of the industry or most of the... Like everything, he's gonna have counterparts that are still gonna want to work with him or that are still gonna want to do this or that. But I think ultimately, like, it's kind of like the whole. And I hate to draw the parallel of the 6ix9ine situation, but like, is there things you can do so damaging to your career that there's no bounce back? You get me, right? Like,
I mean, I guess 6ix9ine is like the prime example.
The prime example.
And not only did he drop another album, but it flopped. Like his last album flopped, and he's just complaining about everybody. Like, we're over you, dog. That's just what it is.
The record labels try to project that it was gonna do over 150, 200,000 or something, and then that opening weekend or week, it got dropped to like a projection of 35,000 or 25,000, but that's his just desserts. I was really worried that like the community was gonna let me down. Like, I haven't really listened to anything 6ix9ine. I don't even watch reactions of people watching him. I just, because that's just, I don't, as much as I sympathize with his situation and being put in a position that his life is in danger, I'm very much the type of person that thinks like you're accountable for the positions you are in, right? Like you have to take and this is why also the Tory situation's upsetting me, right? And it might seem like I'm taking it a little more personal than anything, but like I really think it's important to take accountability when it's time, because there's a lot of times where things ain't your fault and something happens, and but when the time comes and it's you gotta like, yo, that was me. That's my bad. You know, like,
Yeah, it just hits different with Tory because obviously we used to listen to somewhat of his music.
Oh yeah, of course.
To Dick 9, but
yeah, I never listened to 6ix9ine stuff, so it wasn't really hard to eradicate him from my, you know what I'm saying? But like with the Tory situation, what kind of bugs me a little bit with that is like, if he's someone who needs help, like, cause from what people, you know, accounts, again, none of this shit is set in stone or like official. Everything is someone said this, but it's like, oh, he was drinking, you know, he had possession of this, he had possession of this. I wish he came, like, if he was gonna do this whole rollout bullshit, I wish it was something more on the lines of like, yo, I need help. Because that just sounds like cries for help. Like, yo, you're not taking accountability. If you are drinking to the point where you're belligerent enough to just take shots at somebody when you're not even supposed to have a firearm on you in the first place. Like,
with a security guard.
With a security guard, like, there's just too many red flags, right?
There's too many. Like, and of course he's gonna use the platform that he knows best to.
He's gonna manipulate.
Like, yeah, exactly. One, try to cloud it with his swagger, his lyricism, and the beats. Two, you know, his comfort zone is gonna be there for sure.
Like, appeal to some sense of whatever.
Yeah, obviously, if he tries to just come out on live, he's gonna say something stupid. He's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna be how he wants to portray it. But in a song, he could do that for days, and he could be braggadocious.
Yeah, because on the song, it's edited. It's clear. Yeah. A song is a clearly like edited. It's a curated thing, right? There's nothing. As much as there's a portrayal of authenticity in music, ultimately the most authentic thing you can do is like what we're doing here. Get in front of a camera and just talk, right? You can only fake for so long if you're just talking in front of a camera. You can only put up a face for so long. Like, if it's something as curated like a interview or a this or that it can be edited and changed to look a certain way how you like I take everything I see like that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, and to completely contrast from 6ix9ine, fucking Daystar went #1. Like, it's a #1 album, or at least like on iTunes or some shit. Like it hit the top of the charts on certain like
on platforms. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, which is like seriously
bananas. Yeah. Is it? I think it was just a trending thing, man. I promise you, because people were so interested in that first track. I doubt people. There's no way people listen through that whole thing. I really think it's just the appearances thing. Like, people listened to it, so it got like hype. You know, that initial hype bump because everybody wanted to hear what the first track was about.
Yeah, but enough of this clown.
Yeah, longer on him already than I wanted. He still gets donkey in my opinion, because he should have been just clear cut and came out with, even if it wasn't a live and he did a video just talking like, yo, this isn't a song issue.
He needs to speak to the people like face to face, not just drop an album because you have tracks. Like,
how many of those tracks is probably already in the repertoire?
Exactly. Like, he had shit in the back catalog. Who knows? Because I haven't heard the album, obviously, but he probably has like a dozen of those chilling, and that one meg track, he's like, all right, drop it.
It's time. Yeah, no, dude's a clown in my book. But yeah, what your segue though, or are we gonna jump into some dope ass shit now?
yeah, much better than what we were talking about. Right, what you got in mind? What's on the list?
All right, so #1 on the list, and something I'm super anticipating and hyped for, Miles Morales for PS5. We got some more gameplay. So a little TLDR, and I don't know if I'm using that right, but I'm gonna keep using it until someone tells me I'm using it wrong, because that's how it works.
Using it wrong.
Well, you don't know. I don't believe you. That's also how it works. That's how the world works. You tell me something, I don't believe you.
You shall lie.
Sony had a little coming out party like a week ago, I want to say. About a week and some change, where they kind of revealed
a week ago.
And then we tweaking out.
Oh yeah, he was the night Bale. Side note.
Yeah, I know. Damn,
Murder's still in that bitch.
One of the real ones, not like unlike someone, Duke.
Yeah.
So Sony had their little showcase, and they came out with info, new gameplay of certain game titles, and release dates and prices. So we're gonna do a quick rundown of. I just want to do our highlights. I kind of don't want to drivel through the shit that doesn't really matter to either of us.
No, we gotta watch what we care about.
Yeah,
obviously.
so I think the best way for us to start this will be with some Miles Morales, bro.
Oh, let's get it.
I'm gonna hit play. Let me know if it's queued for you.
Yeah. Oh, we in this thing.
Sorry if the volume is a little weird for you guys watching here and or on YouTube. Messing with the mixer a little bit. Figure it out.
It's too cold to change out here.
Oh, I missed this style.
Looks
I gotta play Spider-Man.
It's gonna be 60 FPS, bro. It's gonna flow so smoothly.
It's gonna be so sexy.
The original one is 30.
Subway card.
Flying, swinging's gonna feel so good.
I got it.
Is this gonna be like the first like Black/Hispanic like superhero video game? That's like a big deal.
We're gonna be late.
Oh, 100%. I'm pretty sure.
I can't think of anybody else.
As far as anything, just so culturally appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
gonna be fine.
It's like probably gonna be one of the most relatable games of our time.
This is my favorite part of living in Harlem.
Especially for me and you. This is like basically our origin story almost. Like.
Facts. What's good? Spicy hot sauce?
It's been a while.
Yeah, you peeping the trailer with us? Well, this ain't a trailer. It's more like, just a playthrough.
Like gameplay. We're doing a little recap of some of the PS5 showcase.
It's still hard to think of Mom as a politician.
Yeah, we were just talking about how it's a big deal for Miles
right?
to be a protagonist because,
people,
obviously he's black and brown.
Making sure they don't throw things at each other.
So, we're hyped about it, man. Not only that, but just Spider-Man in general.
Hi, I'm
I
Brian.
was gonna say, not only that, it's Insomniac Games, it's Spider-Man, and 60 FPS, and it looks great.
Our story picks up.
And we got ambiance. Do I need to turn on my ambiance lights?
Oh, you gotta get with it, though.
Is in danger. Trouble brews while Miles' mom, Rio Morales, leads an election
Maria.
rally. A war between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and the Underground. A high-tech criminal army led by the Tinkerer starts to break out. In this gameplay sequence, captured on PlayStation 5 hardware, the Underground attacks Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos in a fight that spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the Underground
we're waiting for things to get popping. Spicy
energy source, new form. Let's take a look.
Whoa! Let's not shoot each other, all right?
I was like, yo, please,
boys. This motherfucker looking like a future asshole.
Like, damn, we can't just all go out for drinks?
Damn.
Some milkshakes, because I'm probably like 17?
We're after the new form. Ignore everything else.
See, I'd like to think I'm knowledgeable on Spider-Man, but I don't know what the hell Roxxon is.
They take liberties with the video games for sure. Like, this chick looks like her claws were just some Doc Ock looking shit.
Yeah, this all looks like Doc Ock text.
It's probably like maybe an adjacent organization to his, or maybe a part of his organization.
Yeah, I guess kind of like the MCU when in Spider-Man: Homecoming, where the Vulture took like the Stark tech.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has that vibe. Yeah, I keep forgetting Miles got like electricity and shit.
And invisibility.
Like, how OP can you be?
He's a fucking invisible stun gun, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember spiders doing any of that. Oh my.
This looks so good.
And the soundtrack.
I have to stop this.
Oh. like you could break the environment even more too.
Like this shot right here just looks so. Oh my.
Over there. I have to push past these guys.
Where is he? OP as fuck for real.
Yeah, I hope that's not cheap, dog.
Nah, you know in these things they always use shit more than you can actually do it in the game. Like in the game there's gonna be limits.
Oh my god, these angles.
Bro, and it just smooth. The lighting, do you notice how the fire's just glistening off the suit?
No.
Yeah. Damn, how come in like every superhero situation it's gotta be a bridge fucking collapsing?
I know, it's kind of cliche. Spider-Man, I don't like, I feel like Spider-Man's one of the like this is so sick. Because even in the OG Spider-Man movies, there was the scene with the train, and he's holding the two things together, and he's like, "Argh." So I always pull back to those scenes when I think of moments like this. So I don't necessarily hate on Spider-Man for doing it, but there's a lot of games do the obligatory bridge scene.
Thank you.
Nah, but that's trademark at this point.
Yeah.
They're trapped.
Spider-Man OP as fuck, period. I love Spider-Man.
I've got an idea.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I need something they can cross.
It's like a lot of quick time events, but it's actual shit happening too. Like,
I can stop this.
Oh, there it is.
yep. Squeeze. Yes, Spider-Man strong as shit.
Dog, not even that. How strong are those goddamn webs?
They're of like nanofibers, bro. They're strong as hell. They can
Nanofibers.
They can hold buses and shit.
Look at that. He just let go of the whole bridge for one person.
And he made it himself.
He could fix that.
Well, not Miles, but Peter. Miles might have made his own, but
Yeah, man. Where the hell's Peter?
I hope we get some info on Peter for sure, right?
Nah, he probably dead as fuck.
Damn, I seen a donut.
Yeah, you saw that? That kind of threw me off. I kind of stopped saying what I was saying. I was like, oh shit, that's a donut.
So, any dislikes? Because I know it's overwhelmingly positive. Like, but any dislikes so far that you might have seen in this?
The only dislike I have is that I feel it's going to be too much like the first one, you know, like gameplay wise. I want them to do a little more with the mechanics besides invisibility and electricity and stuff like that. Like it just looks kind of
like a reskin.
Yeah, like identical, like fighting mechanics almost.
Well,
like
technical wise on itself, because it's gonna perform better than the first one. You know what I mean? As far as like game itself is just gonna perform better. And I see what you're saying, like, but I feel like it's kind of like you can't. How much can you change, right? It's a universe that's already pretty cemented.
No, of course. I'm just saying, like, I want him to. I don't know. There's got to be that wow factor, right? Because we've played the shit out of the first Spider-Man.
I think that's what the invisibility and the electricity is supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because it is like very specific to Miles. Like, you got more gadgets on the original one, which this one you're still gonna probably be able to level up, probably have different effects of those abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you do an invis and a decoy or some shit later on, and they start attacking your decoy when you're invis, or maybe with the electricity shit, it changes how it stuns people throughout as you level it up. I would say, because I agree with you though, that is a kind of a worry. Like, don't get me wrong though, I don't mind playing the exact same game over again reskinned, but also I do want to experience something new with this game.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm good either way. Like, I'm fine with just another Spider-Man game like the previous one, because I think the previous one kind of nailed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was pretty much it was so good.
Like, between how you move through the environment and the missions were fun. It was kind of its own story, you know. So I think it kind of nailed it. So if they kind of just like reskinned it, did some mild stuff, the game runs better. It looks better because the you got to remember when you're flying through the city, it's gonna be so much denser now because the quality of the equipment, like that you're performing on, right? Like, gonna have a whole different vibrancy to it. I'm worried though with all the QuickTime events. I'm not a big fan of QuickTime events. That's like a cutscene happens and it's like click this button, then another cutscene, click this button, then another cutscene, click. Like, I'm not a huge fan of that, just because I would rather the scenes just be more like action oriented. Like, you're just like, I would rather just more fighting scenes than QuickTime events.
Yeah, I mean, that seemed like it was like a climax to a heavy part of the story.
Yeah. So if it is more just like, I think the perfect place for QuickTime events are within the cutscene. Like, if it's strictly like cutscenes and then you have QuickTimes in it, I'm fine with that. But I think I want the ratio to be like 10-90, 10% QuickTime events, 90% the rest of the game. You get me? Like, I just don't want it to be like,
because like they're all easy. I guess they want you to interact with the cutscenes as much as possible, type shit. Like when you were capturing Kingpin in the first one, and you were just like, press square to punch him, press square to punch him again, press square to punch him again. Now press triangle to shoot.
But I prefer like, the parts where it was like, oh, grab this and swing it, right? Like, those are more than just, oh, press this button. I like the, like, where it had the one where it was like, oh, R1, R2 for him to grab the thing, and then you have to, like, pull it. I'm okay with stuff like that, but again, I just don't want it to be, like, oversaturated. Because Spider-Man is a very cool character to do shit like that with. Yeah. Because those scenes can be really, like, Matrix-y. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It seems like those scenes are only going to be for like rescue situations because there's like a whole bunch of people. But like, you know, if it's like a one-on-one or you versus some goons, it's going to be like
one of the dopest parts of the fucking Spider-Man game was like the ability they gave you to just pick a point and it pulls you to it. And you can kind of string that together with swinging and pull yourself through little things. I was like, yes, bro. Like, that's been missing from Spider-Man games, I feel like, in its whole life cycle. Just that nimbleness it feels to just be able to bounce building to building and then decide to swing. Yeah.
And then, my God, when you can like sling through like, like the water mill, you're like,
and just like,
that shit feels sexy.
I love shit like that. Like, they nailed it. Insomniac, bro, you're the goats.
Insomniac, take my money.
They're one of my favorite companies for a reason. They so far have like 2 of my favorite games under their belts, if not more. It's just off the top of my head too. I'm pretty sure if I look at Insomniac's catalog, it's probably some other shits like Spyro's. Like, I like Spyro's. Like,
yeah, man, they can't do us wrong.
So I'm gonna spitball a couple names and just let me know if there's something you're more interested in hearing. We have some No Man's Sky info, which actually is kind of cool. I wish it is crossplay. So I wish more people I knew liked it, but it is one of those games that you just have to have that natural like curiosity, because the game is driven solely on exploration and development and things like that, right? Like, there's not too much PvP conflict or PvE conflict. Like, you'll find certain planets where like certain animals are hostile, so you gotta defend yourself against the natural wildlife, or you gotta defend yourself against the planet's defenses, which are sentinels and shit. So they're like AI that lives on the planet to defend it from getting like just mined to death, basically. But ultimately, like, No Man's Sky's lure is that it's an infinite universe. Like, every star you see is a planet you can go to, and it's like you can pick a planet you wanna. Either you could just be one of the people who fly planet to planet, and they've added so much stuff. Like, one thing I want to give kudos to Hello Games, man, is No Man's Sky from when it was released, I think 4 or 5 years ago, to now, like, they've consistently just added chunky updates to that shit. So kudos to them. This Origins update, which it looks like what this video is about, is just talking about how they updated the base of the game. So like the planets look better now, like the animals look better, the plants look better, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you did mention this to me earlier, and I'm willing to give it a try, but I don't know if I want to pay for it type shit.
That's the thing is like it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not free. What's cool about it is it's finally actually multiplayer. Like it wasn't multiplayer for a long time.
I mean, that is a cool little ad.
Yeah, to like be able to explore planets and galaxies with people. That shit's pretty cool. Crash Bandicoot, I'm kind of excited for.
It looks fun, man.
But it's a nostalgia pool. So much nostalgia pools. Demon Souls remake. Have you seen what that looks like?
I haven't. I saw the clip and I was waiting for it to be revealed here. Even though I'm not a demon Slay or whatever.
Dark Souls, Demon Souls,
Dark Souls, Demon Souls. Yeah, I'm not those type of guy like Bloodborne. Like I never really enjoyed those type of games, but watching it is kind of a different thing. It does take a certain amount of skill to play these games. So I respect it. And plus, like, it's kind of like Sekiro, right? Because Sekiro's kind of like that style as well.
Yeah, Sekiro's like a grandchild of this for sure.
Yeah. Looks hard as hell.
I'm a play it just because I do want to say, like, I seen a couple seconds of it and it looks so much improved from the original game. I mean, like, it's not just a remastered port. Like, they remade this whole game.
Uh-huh.
And that shit kick back. Let's see if it does that again.
A little bit.
Like, it is a remake.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel.
Yaban?
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel.
Damn, it does look pretty so far.
Let strength be granted so the world might
I just, like, the OG one just looks so bad compared to this. It's so crazy. Thing is, the gameplay even, like, this isn't even, like, I'm pretty sure it's in-game cutscene. Like, this is gameplay here, though. It looks so good.
Yeah, it's so smooth. Oh
like,
God,
that looks...
environment.
I'm pretty sure he has, like, a buff or something on to kill things fast, because that's not how fast you would kill shit in the game.
Nah, not really.
You're not one-shotting things, really.
He's cleaning house.
Bro, it just looks great.
It really does.
Like, I had dreams that game would look like this when I was younger. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we were like one day.
Because if you ever watched a movie about video games or that had anything video game related in it, they CG'd the video game people, right? So the games in movies always looked way better than the actual games in real life, because the games in movies weren't real games. They were just animated clips.
Yeah, the cutscenes got more detail.
Yeah, so the cutscenes, like, they had the more detail, but now we're at a point where it looks just as good.
Bro,
in-game,
bro. In-game is like, it's practically the same thing now.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's why they can make such smooth transitions to the game, to cutscenes. It was like that's what we've needed for so long.
Help with the storytelling a lot.
Yeah.
You ever seen that game, that movie that was about a game, like, you played the game, but if you died in the game, like, something in real life killed you? It had, like, Frankie Muniz in it.
Frankie Muniz.
And they played, it was the game on their laptop, but it was like a horror. It was a horror movie. But the game kills you.
I saw the trailer to it when I first heard about it, but I of course, did not like it. And that's a big motherfucker.
I know, it looks good.
Now, like, can you recall fighting a creature like this? You think it's gonna be like accurate story?
Oh, there's big shit in Demon Souls. Yeah.
Well, I know Demon Souls shit, but like that, like, are they gonna play the exact stage?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that monster was there. Because again, it's a remake, so I don't think they're changing anything with like this. Like I remember this dragon scene too on the bridge. Oh my god, that's so vicious looking. So the backstabs do kill things quick. That's the only thing that kills stuff quick. Right. Because it's like a crit hit. Wow. That looks good, man.
Like, look how crazy this stuff looks. Like, the fire in this game looks crazy good.
I know. It looks like he actually, like, torched the bitch, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh, like, wow. Man. I'm so excited for video games.
I love you, video games.
I kind of want to peep Deathloop too, because that was the one we were like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was the one where it was like it goes back in time over and over. I think after you die, so
you
can,
try
like,
again, and it's failures. Like, yeah, but it's multiplayer though.
Interesting, because it made it seem like it was like a trial and error game. Like here's the stage, here are all the people, run through them and try to kill them flawlessly, and if you die, you start all the way over.
24 hours, 8 targets, 1 rival assassin.
They trying to be like Among Us?
But that's what I'm saying, right? Is it? I think you're trying to complete the mission, and someone is trying to stop you.
Black Reef is a puzzle, and each visionary is a different piece. Here's Igor.
I am a respected scientist.
I've done so many loops, I've learned to run circles around him.
Hey, over here! I'm coming for you!
See, like, these powers look so cool to be, like, in combat. And if you could access all of these at once, then that's awesome.
If it's like, oh man, you would like Dishonored.
Yeah, I played a little Dishonored, like the first one, when my brother played it.
This looks a lot like Dishonored, basically, like the movie.
I've tried taking my targets out one by one more than I can remember, but there is never enough time. I go after one, another lives, because right now, half an island away, a different visionary is throwing his nightly cannibal masquerade. Alexis Dorsey.
Everybody shut up! This is my jam.
Igor's a big fan, yet somehow he never makes it to the party. Something keeps him home.
Gold, you there, buddy?
Here's the invite to the party. And here's why Igor blew it off. He made some kind of scientific breakthrough that morning.
I did it! I did it, and it works!
That he makes every morning, unless I get there first.
So he's trying to set it up so they're all in the same place at once? Is that what's happening?
No experiment.
To be honest, I'm not following it as well as I wish.
Igor not to drink his disappointment with Alexis. Now I got a shot at killing them both at the same time.
Oh, maybe
in
we're
the
right.
same loop.
Hey, Wolf! It's time to hunt pig! Wolf! I'm talking about you, baby! Come out, swing!
Oh, so you're not the only one with powers.
It's like Hitman mixed with Dishonored.
A little help here!
Mixed with... What's that hacking game that recently came out?
Oh, Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs. Because
8
there's...
targets on my list. Every one of them with grand plans for eternal life. To break the loop, I gotta break the rules. Clock's ticking.
And you just ran out of time. You keep forgetting, Colt. I'm not like those other idiots. Only got one name on my list. Yours.
You see? I think that is supposed to be another person trying to stop you on your mission to try to get those guys.
Okay, see, if that's the case, that's kind of cool. But why can't you just kill them and then continue your mission?
You probably can, but they probably just respawn.
Right.
Like every cycle, they probably respawn, right? So like every mission you do, low key, you might have like a player somewhere in your mission trying to fuck you up. So every mission you go through, you're trying to beat the like computers and the one player. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that could be interesting.
So it doesn't be so it's not completely the same every time because you're throwing in the one audible. Having a player in a game that's supposed to be repetitive instantly throws like a monkey wrench at that. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting.
I mean, if they do play it off how you're describing it, it'll be a fun game because the way they were displaying it, it still kind of felt almost one-dimensional. It was just like, oh, try to get like keep doing the same thing over and over until you could figure out a way to have them both there.
Do you know how the recent Hitman's been working? The games? So like after you beat the main story, the game itself produces how do you say, like tasks for you, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is like the same way we get challenges in Spellbreak, you get challenges in Hitman now where it's like, oh, assassinate this person, right? And it gives you a area and someone to assassinate. So it's like a never-ending kind of game in itself, right? Because they keep giving you new people to assassinate and new areas to assassinate them in. So imagine every day you're set up with a group of people to assassinate, and then because it said 24 hours, right? You have 24 hours to get the targets. So every day you're probably set up with a set of targets, right? And you're repeating that mission over and over, trying to find a way to either align your targets or get your targets. But in that time, there's a player also trying to stop you. And then it resets the next day. So the next day you got new targets, a new area, and another player trying to get you kind of shit. That shit would be crazy. That would be crazy. That's what I kind of got from it, but I might be reading into some of the wording maybe a little too much because at the beginning they specifically highlight 24 hours, 8 targets, 1 rival assassin. That was specifically highlighted at the beginning of the game. So if you think about that, that kind of breaks down the thing. You get 24 hours to kill 8 targets, and you got 1 person trying to stop you.
Yeah, well, I hope we're not like reading it wrong type shit, you know? Because like the way you're saying it, it sounds fire. But if it's anything but that, it's
clip it, right? Put this on the channel. And if I'm right, y'all owe Shy Guys like 1,000 subs or something.
That's
you know
what I'm saying. Yeah, like come on.
That's all I can say.
Gift subs.
Young game guru here. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, let's move on.
Mic. If again, like I was saying, if the game is kind of how I just described it, I feel like that could be interesting.
No, for real. Like that's because we've never had that angle on a game before. So if it was like, all right, I'm gonna play the whole game today and try to beat it in the 24 hours, and there's gonna be constantly a player trying to F me up, and you know. I wonder if it's gonna be like level up type stuff.
No, but that's probably the only consistent is your character level or your account level, right? Because if every day the challenge is reset, there's no natural progression system. Like there's no story arc. Your story is self-contained in that day. Like your story is you trying to complete your mission while someone's trying to stop you. Like your story is new every day. Kind of thing.
Well, maybe not leveling up. Maybe I meant like a loadout. Like, you know, like you have like your 2 guns, 2 abilities,
but no,
and then you just go in.
There's games that like you level up your account, which gives you access to other shit, so it probably helps you along the road, right? So like maybe today this mission was hard as shit, but next week since you're leveled up, maybe you got a couple more tools in the bag, or maybe your level is contained to the day. What if you try to level up and do certain shit so you get equipment to try to beat it, and the next day you got to kind of work your way?
I like that too, because you don't want a guy like that chases you as like level 3 and then you're like a level 25 and you got like jack stuff, and they can't do
At some point they
to
would have to have a way to keep people within the same bracket for sure, like, because you could just jump in some level 3's world and dumpster him and he'll never fucking win. Like,
never playing this game again.
That's not entertaining. That's not fun.
All right, well, I'm intrigued. I hope it's like we described it, or how you described it, more like. And it's not Spider-Man, but it'll do.
Once we beat Spider-Man, we're gonna need some other fun games.
That's true. So
we're at the 50-minute mark. I say I want to do like 2 more videos, 2 more good ones, cause
let's get the juicy ones out.
So let me read what we have left, and then you can you pick one, I pick one, maybe.
Oh, all right, I like that.
So what we have left is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
It's a good one.
Final Fantasy 16 reveal. Cyberpunk 2077 Gangs official trailer. Cyberpunk 2077 new gameplay demo. I would say fuck the trailer. Just think about the demo if you're gonna pick any for Cyberpunk, because gameplay is where it's at. Fuck a trailer. Attack on Titan official trailer. Final season.
I mean, we can just talk about that because that's just gonna.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, we could just talk about that real quick for sure. So let's not even include that. And Resident Evil 8 gameplay. Easy.
I mean, you know me, don't fuck with horror games, so it doesn't matter. Even though eventually we're gonna fucking play it, I guess.
Oh, Resident Evils are wonderful, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the classic Resident Evils, like the remakes that just came out, 2 and 3, those were dope. But 7 and 8, not a fan, only because I'm a pussy.
Yeah, it's way more in its horror element than it's been in a long time. Because, I mean, if you think about the OG ones, they had a bit of a horror aspect to it, and then it kind of went more action. It's like it went horror action. Yeah, it was rough. It went horror action to, like, the recent, like, Recon and whatever bullshit multiplayer ones they try to do was trash. And then they like reset to straight horror now.
Yeah, dude, they were like, oh wait, they don't like when zombies are full of action. Let's make it scary. Like, oh yeah. No, because when they it was crazy. So have you played Resident Evil 6?
Which one is 6? Give me.
So Resident Evil 6 is like the most action-packed one. It basically, I think the main character was Wesker's son. And he had like abilities, like he had like super, like remember who Wesker is, right?
Yeah, Wesker was the fucking mutant, basically, dude. Like
he was in
the Juiced. He was Juiced.
Yeah, he was with Jill.
He was 5, because he was the one you had to kill with the helicopter scene and all that stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
Facts. Yeah. So like 4 is like everyone's shit. That was with Leon. For like the GameCube and shit, everyone loved that one. And then 5 came out with Chris and Sheva,
which wasn't honestly, terrible. It was fine.
Terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Like
I love the co-op. They did co-op, I think, pretty well in that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I love the co-op aspect of it, but obviously it wasn't as scary as the other ones.
Yeah. It was definitely more just like make sure you have ammo to keep shooting. Like it wasn't necessarily like, oh, I just got snuck up on and out of nowhere and I got to react. It was definitely like you knew what was happening and you just had to battle and make sure you had health and make sure you had like fucking guns and shit. Yeah.
But Resident Evil 6, oh God, it was so bad.
I don't think I've played it now that you mention it because it was probably so bad. I probably was just like, fuck it.
I mean, it was fun for a little bit, but when you're talking about a Resident Evil game, it was like too much running, too much like dashing, like it almost turned to like a Devil May Cry game.
That's what I was gonna say. They turned it into like a supernatural action. Like
they were like, oh, dodge zombies.
It feels zombies, like I've nailed it. You know what happened? Resident Evil was good, and then the movies came out, and then they probably started to try to make the games more like the movies.
They try to make it more epic
like the movies instead of keeping. But that's why I like 7 and 8 because it's so 7 and 8 grounded. Like, it's fucking grounded to what's going on in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like when if the setting in 7, it was basically what
like
the house. Your girl. Yeah, it was like your girlfriend, and she was like a zombie, and then like like the whole family was just
they were like
creepy.
A cannibal family or something,
yeah, exactly.
and then they
it
kept
was like
the thing
Hill
like it was some
Eyes
weird
type shit.
Like hillbilly weird shit.
Yeah, like zombie hillbillies, which was cool because first of all, you didn't really have shit. You were just a victim that whole time.
But also
witnessing shit.
The exploration aspect of games like that, right? I think why I like those kind of horror games is because there's a lot of that puzzle aspect that's kind of like in the old Resident Evil games where you got to kind of find clues that lead you to being able to unlock certain things and shit like that. Like I played that PT trailer, and that's basically what these games are now. It's like an evolution of that PT shit on PlayStation.
Well, this sucks because that was supposed to be like a first-person Silent Hill.
That was supposed to be. I guess, aren't we supposed to be getting a Silent Hill or something though? I think there's still something in the works now based on that. I don't let your hopes go. But again, you don't like horror. Silent Hill is probably one of the scariest fucking games. Yeah, I was like,
yeah, dude.
Silent Hill low-key was scarier than fucking, I don't know.
Bro, nah.
There was two types of people who played Silent Hill and people who played Resident Evil. And that kind of lets you know what type of gamers, because, bro, those nurses with their heads split, and then it was the fucking
and they were just like
pyramid. Oh my.
Twitching and like.
Yeah, and they were just like creeping up on you. It was
all types of dumb shit. No thanks.
Weird baby things.
I guess you kind of you get that Silent Hill kick off of Outlast because Outlast is like
facts. Outlast is out of there.
And I played a little Outlast, and oh my god, is that scary, right? Dude? I can't stand horror games where you just have to run and you can't defend yourself. Like you like that big swole dude is just chasing you.
I know what you mean. There's moments where the games like that are fun and moments where I don't like them. I know exactly what you're saying, though. It's like you're meant to feel helpless, and you just have to, like, adapt to the situation kind of thing. Because you probably never... I don't know if you played it or not, but Alien Isolation was a game like that where you didn't really have... Like, you started to get shit that you can kind of defend yourself with, but the goal wasn't, you couldn't necessarily just kill the alien.
No, if anything, you would just like
scare it
and
dip. Have it detour, and then you got the sensor attack head on and crazy shit. Like, I still haven't finished that game. What game you talking about, Spicy?
Damn, man, that's
Outlast, still in the beginning. Yeah, dude. That's the thing is people don't understand. Scary games are scarier than scary movies. Period. You'll never change my mind. I
agree wholeheartedly.
Like,
it's like, because like when you're watching a horror movie, things are still gonna happen even if you look away.
There's a disconnect.
You're holding the control. Yeah, exactly. You're pressing forward. You're walking.
It's
you're doing
my
all the
fault.
Stuff. Yeah, dude. It's just like, what happens if I go in here and then things happen? You have to react. Like that shit's whack.
Bro, there was a time when I'd play games like that, and you'd see me just like this the whole game, like back and forth, like going in and out. Like, am I gonna trigger something?
Bro, every time I get scared, I like drop the controller. How many times are you gonna make me do that?
What we need to do is we need to do a gameplay of whether you're just watching and you're playing or something. We gotta get a scary game because it's gonna fuck us both up, bro. No. And if you're too scared to play, I'll play it. But no, I'm scared to play scary games too. But I just play them because I don't know. I'm a masochist, I guess. I don't know what that word is. But the right one is.
You trying to say your dick bigger than mine?
Yeah, no, but I'm trying to.
Bitch, I play horror games all day.
You know, sometimes you just gotta jump into the deep end. You know what I'm saying? Because. Bro, but I'll tell you, bro, my hands sweat, like, I shake, like, the thing is...
Like, I don't like feeling like that.
I get scared. It's not like I don't get scared. I'll be like, I don't want to go in there.
We gotta find a horror co-op game is what it is.
Oh, my God. You trying... Heart attack.
You're trying to give me a heart... I'm trying to
and again, what I was trying to tell you is that's easier once you transition or make your jump to PC... it's easy. It'll be easier to find co-op horror. There's tons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because those games, like horror movies, are made by more niche indie developers. You know what I'm saying? Like the big AAA companies aren't necessarily doing. Look, he would pay to see that.
Calm down, Spicy.
Patreon. No, let me stop.
Yeah, I'm about to say like you better hit me with that 10.
It'll be good, bro. It'll be so good, dog. Like. Again, I ain't too cool to look goofy on camera, bro. I'm scared.
I'm about to say, like, this shit's forever, dog. Like, people are gonna clip this.
Use a bitch.
I know. We're gonna be looking 15 years down the line. Be like, hey, yo, remember this?
Like Satan. That was a little tangent. We didn't even watch.
Yeah, for real. We didn't even pick a trailer.
We might as well play the Resident Evil shit now at this point.
Yeah, sure. Fuck. All right, let's play this.
We wanted to give it a sense of like oomph, like a very sense of reality. So we did our best to make the mountains around the village look as fantastic as possible, to really give it a wide open vibe. We wanted players to walk through the world and be like, whoa, I didn't think of what I could actually go here, and wow, this is so cool and everything.
I mean, I'm not saying he's ugly or not, I just don't.
He looks like he has no emotion.
Yeah.
So we thought a lot about
like he
how
just
to
looks like a
create
douchebag.
He looks like he's like been developing this game for so long he lost his personality.
Where you can figure out your own solutions to problems you face. This is something we decided to do a lot more with this game.
Is pretty as hell though.
So I know, in RE7. We want players to experiment, to figure out things that work for them. We want everyone to think of Resident Evil Village as a horror movie that you can play.
A horror movie that you can play?
To fully explore the detailed
that's exactly what we're looking for.
Fully designed set pieces. The only way that you could make it any more immersive, I guess, is to scan yourself and put yourself in the game.
Where did you find this guy? Give me a break, Pete. Hey, I only work with professionals.
But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. And into the forest deep.
This ain't got nothing.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just a local tale.
I'd be like, where's the scary stuff? I mean, I like this, but
So we included a storybook in Village because we had a huge variety of things that we
I don't want to hear the AMA part of it.
Story.
I just want to see.
I just want to see scary things that I don't want to see.
Chris? What the hell?
Chris Redfield?
Take him away.
Yeah. I think he was like teased at the end of the very first trailer, but we don't know his role. Like, is he a sleeper agent? You'd know about that.
In life and in death,
Sleeper.
we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Oh my god, the fuck? I hate creepy old people, bro. That creeps me out, I think, the most in movies.
Old people?
Creepy old people, like, yeah.
All old people are
Quit being
creepy.
so paranoid.
Like, was that one movie with the
Long ago,
angels and
a young
shit, and then there
girl
was that
went
old
from
lady
Mud
that
to get
crawled
berries
on
for
the
her
wall?
who was hard at
Snapped her.
But the forest greeted them with
know.
a dark, cold
I remember
silence.
in the future.
The bushes empty.
Got werewolves for sure.
Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch.
It's interesting how they're animating
And
the actual
into
like
the forest
storybook
deep.
part of it. It almost looks like Limbo.
Oh, facts. Yeah, I think you're on the. Yeah, I think it's either Limbo or one of those things. It's literally like a pop-up.
Like a side scroller.
Yeah.
It's just a local tale.
Damn, I've been waiting for something scary this whole time. Got my booty cheeks clenched up.
That's how they do it to you, though. They don't give you anything scary until you least expect it. That was a dope reveal when they first showed it, though, and it was like Village, and then it is like VIII, Resident Evil.
I was like, well played. Well played. Well, that was kind of a trash trailer.
Yeah, it was a little underwhelming. I don't think it was a real trailer. I think they were just talking about it, but ultimately, like, I think they hit a good market for this. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not, other than Outlast and a couple maybe third-party companies that do games like this, like, there's not many AAA companies tackling horror games like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very open market for them, right?
Well, yeah. Besides like Dead by Daylight, Until Dawn, Outlast, those are like the top tier horror games.
Dead by Daylight.
It's not even like a horror game, right?
It's an action game. You know, it just has horror elements. You know, it's scary because you're getting chased, which is crazy. Until Dawn is a little more that cup of tea, but the play style is different, right? Yeah. Until Dawn is 100% quick time events, whereas Resident Evil's is you gotta run and aim and shoot, and you know, so it's a little more visceral. But I'd line it more closer to Outlast. But Outlast, also a game that you can't really defend yourself. So at least in Resident Evil, I feel like they try to give you the opportunity to take a couple shots back.
Yeah, I respect it. Yeah, I'll put this in our rotation. I think it's a good idea. Once we get that PS5, why not, you know?
Yeah, why not?
Why the fuck not? And Spicy's gonna throw down some cash, so fuck it. Let's do it.
And we can use that cash to buy you No Man's Sky.
Oh my god, we could buy so many other better games.
Circle.
All right, let's just choose one last trailer and then we'll wrap.
You wanted to end on a video game, anime, because I mean, Attack on Titan we talked about. We don't really gotta watch.
Yeah, I'm just hyped for last season.
I'm just hyped too.
We talked about talking about it.
We talked about talking about it and never talked about it. Yeah, I'm hyped for a good closure. You know, especially how long it took for them to go to season 1 to 2. You know, I'm glad like 2 and 3 were pretty quick, and 3 and 3 part 2, whatever how they do it, but like.
Yeah, the gap between 1 and 2 was very drastic. I heard there was like a whole bunch of like money issues and like this and that with the workers. But
I think he was just being greedy. Like the dude wanted a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean he saw how much praise the first season got. Yeah, so of course he was just like, pay me.
He wanted his bag. Understandable.
Yeah, but they just got to wrap it up properly. I
just need good closure. Between
absolutely.
Crash Bandicoot, Final Fantasy, and Cyberpunk.
I'm afraid to choose Final Fantasy because I saw a glimpse of it and I don't know how to feel about it necessarily.
I think the action looked cool. I've seen a bit of the fighting. I think the action looks cool.
Yeah, I think they tried to double down on what 15 did, like fighting style wise.
Yeah.
They just threw a Game of Thrones tone to it.
I don't mind that combat because again, like I think I mentioned to you, I don't really like turn-based anything. So like,
right.
As soon as Final Fantasy for me went action-based combat, like I started to enjoy the series because I always liked the lore. Like I always liked the lore of Final Fantasy. I just couldn't sit down and play Pokemon with the dopest looking characters on the planet. Like,
I think that's why it transitioned so smooth for me because obviously I started off playing like the Game Boy Pokemon, and then once I got a whiff of Final Fantasy, I was just like, oh yeah, this is way better than Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like, but that's the thing it's like the same shit, it just look cooler. I was definitely more like, I'd rather just play Ratchet and Clank or something probably because I could sit there and shoot and flip around and grind on rails and shit.
All right, you're definitely gonna play 7 remake, and you know what? Fuck it. Just play that. We'll wrap it up.
13, I played a bit of 13 too. I played some of 14, which is the multiplayer. I played 15. So yeah, once it went action, like, you know, I don't shy away. And you said the Final Fantasy remake is more action fighting or not, right? Like it's not.
Oh my god, yeah, it's the best dog. Yeah, no turn based.
Nice. That's
it's just all around fuck them up.
That's what I want to see. What's a good anime to watch? You gotta watch God of High School. You gotta watch
One Piece.
One Piece. I think he's already on it. He's just he ain't caught up yet though. You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
Like what else? Hunter x Hunter. Freaking My Hero. Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I think he might have peeped those. Hopefully, if you haven't, you slipping.
Oh yeah, remember when we talked about Decadence? When is that coming out?
It's out. Decadence came out alongside a thing. I haven't watched any of it yet. I've seen like the first episode.
See, that's what's whack about Crunchyroll. Like, there's so many other anime that's not on Crunchyroll that just slips by.
Yeah. The thing is, not all of them are published on there. Some are just Hulu, some are just Netflix.
Yeah.
Some are
Damn,
Crunchy.
Spicy, you got like 300 more episodes to go.
Yeah, God of High School is dope, bro. Haikyuu's coming back, so if you're not caught up on Haikyuu, watch some Haikyuu. Yes. Fire Force is on season 2. I would recommend Fire Force. Yeah. Action is great. ReZero is a great anime.
ReZero is good. Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal. Sword Art's new season just ended. It ended pretty well.
Boruto.
I think he watches some of Boruto. I don't know if he stopped or not, but he definitely watches some.
I stopped. There's probably like 20 more episodes out, but I was just like, no, man, it's not the same.
He just rewatched Full Metal. Dope. That's so good,
respect.
Man.
Wait, Brotherhood or the original? Because Brotherhood's better. Okay, nobody tell me otherwise.
Debatable. Let me stop.
Goddamn.
Damn it! You told me. Shit. No. You have told me of otherwise.
Oh, wait, let me check my damn list. Oh, Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill. Yeah.
Gurren Lagann. Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop,
what was
Trigun,
that?
Classics.
Dr. Stone is an acquired taste, but I enjoyed it.
True. Yeah, I'm like on episode 3, 4. Like I didn't get.
It
too
gets
deep,
wild.
I didn't hate it. Yeah.
It gets wild. I'm trying to think of more recent. Something recent that. What's that one Goblin Slayer we talked about recently? That's probably that's a good watch.
That one's pretty dark.
One
Punch Man, if you haven't.
Season 2.
Yeah. Damn, what was that? Oh, I've been meaning to watch this one, but I saw a couple episodes and it's so good. Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Oh, that one's good. Yeah, that's his arm or some shit. Or
it's like a bunch of infected people.
Infected,
yeah. He stops it and he just has a freak arm now.
Yeah. Like basically, like he stopped a blood transition or some shit, so he wasn't completely fucked. Yeah, Cabaneri. The animation, the art, and the story on that is good. Overall, I think that's a good one.
Facts.
There was another anime that came out around the same time as that was dope. Seraph of the End, maybe? There's a couple. There's so much. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is definitely... I would say that's more of a... I wouldn't necessarily say anime veteran cup of tea, but that's definitely, I think, a hard one to get someone straight into. Like,
yeah.
I think early animes to get people into anime is definitely things like fucking Attack on Titan and shit that just has a strong impact at the beginning.
Absolutely. Demon Slayer is a great example.
Demon Slayer is a great example of an anime to start
example,
people.
Honestly.
Yeah, that probably one of a perfect one. Just because like you need that early shock value to overpower the fact that they're watching a cartoon, whatever it is. Yeah. Because
I mean that's why I like Kill la Kill so much because I felt like that also did that.
Yeah,
like
it hits
extra
hard.
Poppy exaggerated like arms in certain situations. Like little. Like it was more loony than most anime, so I like that stuff.
Parasite. I always recommend Parasite for people to watch. I love that anime. It's creepy as shit.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul, facts, bro.
Like
so honestly, the original season of Sword Art is, I think, a good one to get people started on.
No, literally the first season is the best.
I think that's a great anime to get people started on. But yeah, think about that when you think about your girl. You just whatever you're gonna have to show her. Hunter x Hunter is good. I just think Hunter x Hunter is good for people who kind of know what to expect from shonens, right? Because there is a little bit of a build up at the beginning of the anime between the whole.
It gets from like Disney to Tim Burton real quick. You know?
Yeah, because like at the beginning with him just trying to get his license and everything, and then Once he's at the part where he's at the prison, I think that's where the anime starts to turn, where people actually start to like die.
For real.
Because you seen Killua literally rip dude's heart out that was supposed to be the toughest dude in the prison.
Yeah, dude. Like
and he's just
it's like, even homie's like, is that my fucking heart?
Like, oh, wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be out my chest?
Yeah, bro. Like, you're giving me time to react to something that I'm not supposed to be reacting to.
X Hunter is probably top 5, top 10 animes for me. The narration, I think, in that anime is as perfect as it can get. Like, as far as them explaining the combat and just how smooth it is. Like,
that's where we started. She's not into action. What?
Yeah, if she's not into action, bro, she might like some of those thriller animes that's really like more on the darker side, more on the occult shit. Like there was an anime I watched where basically it's like it was the school, or how to describe it. It's basically like a kid was an adult, but he was turned into a kid somehow, and I forget exactly how it happened. But basically, he was turned into a kid trying to figure out why these girls were getting abducted and shit like that. So it's like, it's so weird because it sounds like I'm describing Case Closed, but I'm not. Like,
I don't know.
Which is weird. Why Case Closed is the one with Conan Inugawa. That's the one where this kid this teen genius detective. It's like a Sherlock Holmes-ish kind of anime. Yeah.
He gets. You don't know any of the darker anime. Sorry,
what happened?
Spicy. No, I'm responding to Spicy. He doesn't know any dark anime.
Oh, bro. Like,
dude, easy.
It's
Akame ga Kill.
Yeah.
Akame ga Kill is crazy.
There's a rabbit hole of animes that are darker than you think. Like, that's the thing, is people just take stuff at face value a lot of times. So it's like, oh, it's a cartoon, but man, some of the storylines on this are.
Yeah, facts. Oh, The Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland. Nah, that's the one I've been meaning to peep.
That one has a dark twist. If you want something dark, you could do that one. Akame ga Kill is a great one. God Eater is kind of a dark one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Death Note has dark tones and it's not action packed, so maybe your girl will like that too.
Yeah, a lot of people like Death Note. That's not really a big anime.
Honestly, that's like the #1 anime I recommend people, because everyone's like, oh, it's cartoons, but like with the psychological like detail that they put into Death Note, I feel like that's a great one. And if they want action, there's so many other ones with action.
There's been so many like niche animes I've watched over the years that I vividly remember the show, but just not the name. Like there was this one where it kind of had a really like similar vibe to Death Note, but the protagonists of the show were terrorists. And they were trying to basically elude the cops, elude the people, and bring down the organization. But they were getting attacked like they were terrorists. So it was just that weird dynamic of being on the other end of the anime, but also rooting for the people that are doing the fucking destruction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so crazy.
Damn, I just thought of a random dark one that didn't finish. It was funny because we were talking about anime that like should have finished.
Yeah.
It was based on this kid who was in class, and then like this demonic creature just kills everybody in the class, but leaves him with powers. And then he was thrown into jail.
Oh, and he was framed for it, kind of. I've seen that shit, bro.
So, like, all the prisoners are, like, in an underground, like, death match, and they all have, like, blood abilities. Like, they could control their blood in certain ways. I forget the name of that one. It's gonna kill me.
100% watch that anime. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, and they only dropped one season, and I can't
they
get
basically
over it.
Framed him, though. I think, or
they
some
framed him.
like it was some weird shit. Like I know
it was like, oh my god, he killed everybody.
Yeah. And they were actually dead.
Yeah, super dead. The one on Netflix? I don't know if it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I was like, asterisk on that one. It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, if you could give me a name, I'm sure that'll Dead Man Wonderland.
Dead Man Wonderland.
It came up in my brain, baby. Dead Man Wonderland. Watch that shit. You're gonna wish there was more seasons of that.
Also, Devilman Crybaby, bring it up Netflix.
I haven't even seen that one.
You should watch that.
Spicy was talking about.
They have raps in that bitch, bro. They got bars in that shit. Like, not even lying. I rewind and like I was like, yo, dude is killing this shit.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we might have to check that out. Damn, son. There's, oh man. See, as soon as we start talking about anime and we start bringing up shit, I just need to start watching shit.
Like a whole nother hour. We can't.
I know. We can't keep just dropping anime and be like, oh shit.
Because it's so good. There's just.
Yeah, there's too much to talk about. I think we just have to end it so we don't fucking get into this rabbit hole.
Honorable mentions, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, which is dope, you know, punny with the title. It's About Time, Crash Bandicoot 4, it's been years, you know. And and it plays on time travel, I'm pretty sure, in it. And
absolutely, yeah, it does. There's actually a demo out.
Oh, dope. And Cyberpunk, I'm already getting it, so I don't...
Yeah, honestly, I think we've seen enough. It's just like, hey, how much more do you want to see before the game comes out?
But the thing is, the game is so big that I don't think they mind showing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those games that they can show stuff, and it's just still countless hours of content.
Yeah, of course. There's going to be way more in the game that we're not going to see.
Facts.
So much more.
So just because I'm a psycho, I went on Netflix, typed in popped up.
Maybe 7 Deadly Sins was okay.
What happened?
I was gonna say 7 Deadly Sins was okay.
I gotta finish the most recent season, but it definitely I enjoyed it up till for sure. The first 2 were great. I love the 7 Deadly Sins story arc, like that whole archetype period. Like I love it in Full Metal Alchemist. I love it on its, you know, so easy for me to buy into animes with that shit. I watch so many obscure anime shit. I like I've seen Force the Piano. Fine, not action.
All right, real quick. What was like the most like I didn't expect to enjoy this anime?
Oh, bro, there's an anime on Netflix, bro, where these 3 mob guys get turned into schoolgirl idols, bro.
Stop it, because we saw the first episode together.
Did we? Bro, I kept watching a couple of those shit.
The 3 dudes were actually, they were 3 dudes under a mafia dude.
Yeah.
They just became chicks. Oh, it's crazy. And then like belligerent drunks and
shit.
And
they were just sat, like they did their idol shit, but behind scenes they were dudes, and it was just weird. I can't
believe I forgot about that anime.
I didn't expect that to be good at all, but it's shock value shit. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, of course. The hilarity of it just makes it that much good.
Bro, I really want...
You know what? Castlevania was fire too. If you didn't see it,
I haven't seen any of it.
You'll enjoy Castlevania.
And everyone says it's good, like everyone.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Oh, dude, Akame ga Kill is on Netflix, Spicy. You gotta peep it.
Oh, it is. Yeah, dope. Fucking.
Yeah, that if you want dark, that's dark. Parasite's on there. Yo, Ouran High School Host Club. That was like the most unexpected anime for me to enjoy.
Is that the one with the ghost and shit?
No, it's basically a bunch of like little bachelor high school kids like wooing all the females in their high school.
Oh, word.
so random and so funny.
That Silent Voice movie is good. Bro, if you haven't watched that one that Caitlin recently brought up, the Boy and the Monster, or the Boy in the...
Isn't that like
it's a movie?
Studio Ghibli? Isn't Studio Ghibli?
It has that same art style. I don't think it's necessarily.
Ghibli, sorry?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily them, but it has that very similar art style. It's such a good fucking movie, though, man. It's like The Boy and the Beast, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I've seen the trailer of it too when it first came out, and it did look good. It's just like it's so hard to keep up with everything.
But I mean, it is so. Is it world? Yo, I fuck with that anime. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? Yeah. You gotta watch that from season 1 though.
That actually sounds fun. I've never heard of that anime.
It's not the title doesn't do it justice. It's like it's a dungeon crawler anime. So it's like he's a person leveling up trying to be an adventurer and shit, and then you have you're under a specific like god or goddess, and that's your house. And everything you do is for that house kind of shit. So it's like they guild up, they do a lot of shit. The action is dope.
But all right, I think we gotta wrap this up before we fucking get consumed.
There's that one mech anime I wanted to bring up again, bro.
There he goes. You said a mech anime? You talking about Zoids?
Nah, fuck that, bro. Because I don't like mechs. But Old Noah Zero, bro. If you haven't seen that, watch Old Noah Zero. That's a mech anime with a serious tone. And, bro, the way they start that anime gave me real Attack on Titan vibes, bro. Similar to Fairy Tail. Kind of more grounded. I'd say How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon's a bit more grounded than Fairy Tail. Like people get, I remember right, people get like cut.
Word. Yeah, Fairy Tail's too light.
Fairy Tail is Fairy Tail is like a watered down version of like Soul Eater and those.
Yeah, for real. It looks like a G-rated Bleach almost.
Yeah. But I liked it just because I liked the protagonist a lot. I liked Natsu, I think it was.
Yeah, Natsu is cool. It's just like the fact that like, you know, like
they were just, I think they were slow to get. Yeah, facts. It was like, never anything. There was never really any stakes, I guess.
Yeah, there's no high risk in that anime, which kind of took me away from it. But fucking Attack on Titan is like a perfect example of not being that. Fucking Sword Art was a great, well, the first season at least.
No, they keep that energy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, people die in Sword Art.
All right, brother, speak your piece. I'm gonna wrap this up.
Yeah. Nah, Old Noah Zero. I'm gonna put the title in the chat.
Understand. I'll smack you.
I would recommend this. The main character's smart as shit, and the action's dope.
Oh, I've definitely seen the pilot to this.
It's about like them getting attacked by literal Martians or some shit, but the Martians are like humanoid people with mechs that are just like ridiculous, but like people get obliterated, bro.
I do love a good obliteration.
Facts.
Woo! All right, y'all. You know what it is. True Renegade, Cloudy he is. Real Shy Guys. We appreciate y'all for coming through. Hit us up on Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, SoundCloud, Reddit, Facebook, Pinterest, fucking Twitter, Discord, Spotify, your mom's house. We are there. Until next time, we'll probably be playing Spellbreak.
Hey.
So you're gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, Spellbreak.
We get pretty good at it.
Yeah, that shit's fun.
All right, brother. We love y'all. True, I love you.
All right, Cloudy. Peace.